Hi, this is Coach Peter again with Step 3, how to use a bedwetting alarm and visualization to help lighten sleep. You may have tried a bedwetting alarm before and found that it didn't wake the child. But using these instructions, the child should be hearing the alarm within just a few days. The bedwetting alarm is used to identify the time that a child wets the bed to tell us that the child is in a long, deep sleep pattern. This is the moment when we can fix their sleep. Waking a child at this time teaches the child to relate the buzzer to the feeling of bladder pressure and to eventually wake up with the pressure alone. So there are 4 steps in the process. First, the parent wakes the child when the alarm buzzes. Then, after a few days, the child begins to hear it and wakes up the parent. Then after a week or two, the child begins to wake up before the buzzer sounds. And eventually the child learns to hold it all night. So the buzzer's job is to work itself out of a job. It's important that you choose a bedwetting alarm that will react to the first few drops of urine. The best type is one that clips onto the front outside of the underwear. Now, how to wear it. Keep in mind that the alarm is meant to teach a child to react to its sound and relate the sound to a feeling of a full bladder. If the alarm sounds in response to the first few drops, the child will soon learn to stop wetting quickly and make only a small spot in the underwear. To set it up, clip the alarm to the collar of a t-shirt and flip it inside. Lead the wire out the bottom of the shirt and fasten it to the front of the underwear where it likely will get wet easily. Leave just a little slack in case the child stretches during sleep, but not so much that hands might get tangled in it. With this in mind, you'll know that snug, absorptive underwear is ideal. Now, once you've got the bedtime established, and the water gulping routine in place, and a night light in place, and the bedroom practice down pat, then you're ready to start fixing the deep sleep pattern. Tonight, the child should avoid problem foods within 2 hours of bed. Then drink a big glass of water and do the waking up practice 2 times. Here's the waking up practice. Have the child lie down and pretend to be asleep. He pretends to hear the buzzer, turns it off by moving it to a dry spot, best on his t-shirt. The child then walks to the bathroom, counting off the steps. He splashes water in his face, uses the toilet, and goes back to bed. Lie down, close your eyes, and do it again. Do the practice completely in every detail 2 times every night. Now, go to sleep on a disposable bed mat without a pull-up. Think of that deep sleep as a string on the floor. When a child wets his underwear, the buzzer will sound, and that's a signal to the parent that he's been in deep sleep so long that he lost control of his bladder. By waking a child up night after night at his problem time, you'll be building a wave in his or her sleep. When the buzzer sounds, you go in the room and wake the child up with a wet washcloth. Let the buzzer go on buzzing until the child is roused enough to turn it off. Wake the child slowly by washing his face and gently encouraging him or her to get up. The child should then walk to the bathroom and splash his face with water. Now he dries off, uses the toilet, and goes back to bed. If you do the bedtime practice and put a pad on the bed, you won't have wet sheets, and the pad will also generally be dry after the first week. So every time the buzzer sounds, you wake the child with water, then he or she splashes before using the toilet. Water is the medicine that fixes bedwetting. Drinking water before bed will strengthen the bladder signal. Water in the face lightens sleep. Every time you wake the child with water, you'll be lifting up the whole night's level of sleep, and soon the child will be hearing the alarm on his own. But very important, once the child begins to hear the alarm, he shouldn't get up alone. He has to wake a parent before going to the bathroom. The parent's job is to make sure that he's doing everything right and to praise him for waking up. If you don't get up with the child every time the buzzer goes off, the process may take 6 months instead of 6 weeks. So don't give up too soon. After a week or two, the number of wetting accidents will be fewer and fewer each week. So that's step 3, how to use a bedwetting alarm. Now, see our video below about how to choose a bedwetting alarm, and watch the pink Dr. Kushner video with your child. If for some reason you don't want to use an alarm at all, you might consider the progressive waking method of Dr. Karstens, as in the next video.
Created using Powtoon.